Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. No. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save. Whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
So where are we going today, Dad?
Well, we're going to Granny's in the car.
Oh, great. Can I sit in the front?
Well, actually, Mum's going to be sitting in the front. I'll be driving, Mum will be sitting in the front.
What if Mum sits in the back and I sit in the front?
Well, because she's a grown-up and she's going to be sitting in the front next to me and I'm the driver.
What if Mum drives and you sit in the back and I sit in the front?
Well, because I have decided to do the driving and I'm an adult, your mother's an adult, and we've made the joint decision to sit in the front so that you, George, as a child, can sit safely in the back.
What if...
George?
What if...
Yes?
What if you drive some of the way and I sit in the front, and then Mum drives some of the way and I sit in the front, and so you both sit in the back during the drive and I get to sit...
In the front all the way?
Yes.
No, George, that's not going to happen.
What if...
Right, that's it, we're going by train.
What if you were in the Olympic Games, Dad?
Yes.
What sport would you like to do?
Oh, well, I think I'd be quite good at pole vaulting.
Oh, yeah, pole vaulting. Is that when they jump really high with a pole?
That's right, and they have to go over that other pole without it falling down.
I think you're really good at the potato and spoon race, school, Dad.
Yeah, I don't think they'd do that at the Olympic Games, though, George.
Because you'd be really good at that.
The other one, of course, I'd like to do the 400 metres.
Oh, yeah, is that like on the track?
Yes, it's once around the track.
You think you could last once around that big track, Dad?
I think I probably could, yes, in a nice, comfortable pair of shorts.
Yeah. What about if you had like a potato on a spoon and you did it?
Well, let's forget the potato and spoon. Let's just think that you're just running around the track.
Are you really good at the potato and spoon race, Dad?
The other one, of course, is the cycling. As you know, George, I really enjoy cycling.
Would you do that with a potato and spoon?
You wouldn't have to, George. That would be in the velodrome. It's really quick. I love that sudden sprinting. I love that sport.
Yeah, it's a shame they don't do it with a potato and a spoon.
What is this with a potato and a spoon, George?
You're really good at potato and spoon running, Dad. You really are.
Right. Yes, I suppose I am.
You came third, didn't you, Dad?
That's because I dropped my potato.
I know you did, Dad. I know you. And Jordan's dad won, didn't he?
Yes, thanks for reminding me, George. I don't think it was fair from the outset, George.
Why?
My potato was much bigger than anybody else's. I don't know whether you noticed, but I had a baked potato. And I'm sure my spoon was much smaller.
Really?
And I don't know whether you noticed, George, but Claire's dad bought his own potatoes.
Really, Dad?
Yes, and I saw him put it on the spoon very secretively, and I'm sure it was one of those Charlotte potatoes.
Are they big or small?
Very small, George. And he had a dessert spoon, George.
Dessert spoon?
Yes, they're really big. Could hardly see the potato. I think they need to change the rules, George. I think he definitely would have been disqualified had he been in the Olympic Games in the potato and spoon race, George.
I think you would have won, Dad, if you had had a much bigger spoon and a really small Charlotte potato, and they'd let you start about a minute before everybody else. Don't you think?
I think I would have done just fine, George, if we had all been given the same size potatoes, the same size spoons, and that would have been fine.
Really? Right, this week, Dad,
Yes, George.
I want to be identified as a robot. Me and Jordan are robots this week, okay?
Fine, that's fine with me.
So before we start talking in robot language, Dad, what's for tea?
Well, we're having, that's your mum and me, that is, lamb chops, broad beans, and some mashed potato. And so what I'll do is smother you in WD-40 and feed you with a small bowl of 3-in-1 oil. How's that?
Perhaps I'll identify as a robot next week, Dad.
Yes, good idea, George. Good idea.
I was thinking, Dad, you know Mr. Thomas?
Oh, yes, Mr. Thomas, at number 36.
6, I think, Dad, 36.
Yes.
You know you don't like him.
Yeah, well, I don't dislike him, George. I just wouldn't call him a friend.
No. So say he came to the door, Dad.
Yes, the front door.
And he knocked on the door.
Yes.
And he asked if he could come in for a cup of tea. What would you say?
I would probably say I'm really busy, Mr. Thomas. I'm afraid that won't be possible today.
What if he said, I won't be a minute, and he comes into the house, and he comes into the living room, and he sits down?
Right, this would be tricky. I would simply say, Mr. Thomas, you seem to have misunderstood what I said, and we are really, really busy right now. I'm afraid tea won't be possible.
But what if, Dad,
Yes?
he sort of got up, went down the corridor, into the kitchen, and made a cup of tea? What would you do?
Well, I would simply say yes, as I will reiterate the fact that we are really busy today, Mr. Thomas.
And what if he started making dinner, and then he sat down at the dinner table and sort of waited there for his dinner to be made and wouldn't go? What would you do then?
Well, I would simply, George, make it quite clear that he was uninvited. This hadn't been planned or discussed or talked about in advance, and would he please leave?
What if he was in the garden afterwards and he was having a cigarette?
I would simply say, sorry, Mr. Thomas, you cannot smoke in our garden, and I'm not quite sure why you're still here.
What if he started pushing you, Dad, pushing?
Well, I would get really quite angry at that point, and I would stand my ground, and I'd simply say, please, Mr. Thomas, you must leave our abode and go back to your own house.
What if...
George, I'm really fed up with this. What is going on?
Well, Mr. Thomas came round earlier and he came into the kitchen and he made himself a cup of tea and he's chatting with Mum. Mum's gone into the garden. She doesn't want to talk to him and he's still in the living room. And I don't know what to do. What do you think we should do? You do know the bin men have just arrived, Dad?
The bin men?
Yeah, they're outside.
Outside now?
Yeah, they're taking the bins out now, Dad.
Oh my God! Well, I mean, what? They're a bit early, aren't they? I mean, they should have been here. They're due here tomorrow.
No, it's because something to do with the bank holiday or something, and so they don't do one day and they do another.
Right. Okay. So why didn't Mum tell me?
Mum told me to tell you.
When?
This morning.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
I forgot.
Oh, for goodness sakes, George!
Ow, they've taken the black bins, Dad. It's too late. It's too late.
What do you mean they've taken the black bins?
They've taken everybody else's black bins, but they haven't taken ours.
Why not?
Because you didn't put them near the gate.
I'm supposed to put them near the gate.
Yeah, that's what Mum suggested that I told you about.
I always forget to take them to the gate.
And that's why they don't take it, Dad.
Right, well, I'll have to get the plastics out.
Oh, the plastics, yeah.
Where? Right, here we go.
I'm afraid they've taken the plastics, Dad.
What do you mean they've taken the plastic?
Look, they've just taken Mrs. Horden's and Mr. Blackburn's plastics. They've already taken the plastics, Dad. I think they might be taking the paper. Where is it?
I've never understood why your mother puts it in the back garden because I've then got to bring it round to the front.
No, it's too late, Dad. They've taken the paper. They've taken the paper as well, Dad.
What do you mean they've taken the paper as well?
That's what they've done, Dad. Oh, yeah, look, they're going.
What? They're going?
Yeah, look, there's a lot. Oh, there it is. There's a lorry in the... Yeah, it's gone. It's gone, Dad.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Right, George, get your bags packed.
Eh?
We're going camping.
Yippee! Where are we going, Dad?
Well,
Niagara Falls? I'd really like to go to Niagara Falls, Dad, in Canada. Or perhaps we could go and swim in some beautiful lakes in France. Or we could go to the pyramids in Egypt. Have a look at the pyramids, Dad. Or we could go to the Amazonian jungle. Or go skiing in Switzerland. Or visit the long, sandy, white beaches in Mauritius.
well, I'm packing a two-man tent. Mum's not coming with us. She's busy going to a spa with Sophie, and we're going to a campsite near Aldershot.
Aldershot?
Get your bags packed. Let's go.
I'm really sorry, Bacon. I've got to eat you now. I'm really sorry. And I'm really sorry, Sausage, because I'm going to eat you as well. I'm going to eat you with a bit of bacon. And just before I start eating you, Tomato, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry I've got to do this.
What exactly are you doing, George?
I'm just saying I'm really sorry to all the food on my plate, that it's not going to be alive anymore because I'm eating it, Dad.
Well, it's not exactly alive anyway, George. I mean, the tomato's not like a person. I mean, it's sort of just sitting there, isn't it? I mean, it's grown, it's been put on your plate, it's been picked, put on your plate, and then you're going to eat it. You don't have to apologise for eating a tomato. You don't have to apologise for eating a bit of bacon and a bit of sausage.
I know, Dad, but it's then, once it's in my tummy, Dad, if you think about it, it's no longer in this world. So I'm just really sorry I'm taking it away from this world.
Yeah, but they were grown. I mean, these things were sort of nurtured and grown to be consumed.
I know, Dad, but we're still taking it away. You know that apple crumble there? When I start eating the apple crumble, Dad, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say, sorry, apple crumble. I'm really sorry, but I'm going to eat you too. But at the moment, I'm just saying sorry to my main dish.
Right, OK, well, you carry on apologising. I'm just going to carry on eating, if that's all right with you.
And so you're not going to say sorry to any of the food on your plate, Dad?
Well, no, not really. No, I'm really enjoying these sausages. They're very tasty, actually, and the brown sauce smothered over the top. I absolutely adore sausages smothered with brown sauce.
I think you should say sorry, though, Dad.
Sorry? Sorry to who? To what?
Say sorry to the sausage for eating the sausage. And that egg that you're putting on top of your sausage, Dad. Try to say sorry before you eat it.
Are you serious, George? You want me to apologise to the sausage and the egg?
Because later on I'm going to make you say sorry to your apple crumble.
Oh, very well. Can't believe I'm doing this. Right, I'm really sorry, sausage and egg, that I'm about to put you in my mouth. OK, George?
Yeah, that's right, but you've got to mean it, Dad. You've got to mean it.
I do mean it, George.
I don't think you did, Dad.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Right, I am really, really sorry. Genuinely sorry, sausage. Genuinely sorry, egg, that I've now got to eat you.
That's better. Oh, that's good. Now, sweet corn, I'm really sorry.
George, I've had enough of this. I mean, you can't eat your entire meal just apologising to every bit of food on your plate. Just finish your lunch and let's just get on with the day.
Oh, all right.
So, George, the story starts with the duck going quack, quack.
Quack, quack.
Yeah, you know, the way ducks, they quack, don't they?
No, they sort of make a quack, a sort of quack, quack, like that. They don't quack, quack. I can say quack, but the duck can't say quack.
Yes, I understand that, but it's difficult to write that noise you're doing, the
Quack, quack.
That's right, yeah, it's difficult to write that, so they write quack, quack.
Man, it's not very good, is it?
Well, anyway, so, and then of course the cow goes moo, moo.
Moo, moo. Cows don't go moo, moo, Dad. They go That's what they do.
Right, okay.
This book isn't very good, Dad. Where did you get it?
I got it from the library. Anyway, so, and of course the dog goes bow wow.
Bow wow. No dog goes bow wow, Dad. It goes woof, 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 woof.
Yes, okay, but it's difficult sometimes to write these things down. You know, the sounds. It's not that easy to write the sound, is it?
What? It's got a woof, woof. R-O. It's not bow wow, Dad. It's not R-O.
Fine, fine. Anyway, so then of course you've got the roar of the lion. Yeah, that's right, George.
So why don't they just write that down rather than say the lion roars?
Well, it's quite difficult to write that noise down, isn't it?
Well, it's a C. It's a C-H R-O-R-C-H R-K-A.
Well, okay. Well, anyway, it's easier to write the word roar. And then, of course, you've got the sound of a cat. Meow, meow.
Meow, meow. A cat doesn't really, it goes meow, meow. It sort of doesn't, I don't think it goes meow, Dad. I mean, you can't say meow, can it?
Well, I'm only saying, look, I'm just repeating what it's saying in the book. Anyway, so the sheep come running over the field. And, of course, they're all going bar, bar.
Bar, bar. No sheep goes bar, bar, Dad. They go That's not bar, bar, is it?
And, of course, the chickens go cluck, cluck.
Cluck,
cluck. No chicken goes cluck, cluck. Right, I've had enough of this.
Is there another book, Dad?
No, there isn't. I think I might go and put the kettle on.
Why can't I read what Mum's reading?
What's she reading?
I don't know. I think it's Margaret.
Margaret Atwood. You want to read Margaret Atwood?
Yeah, I prefer it to this book, Dad. Quack, quack, moo, moo, bow, wow. Margaret at any time.
Right, well, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, Dad.
If you like listening to the Me and My Dad podcast, please leave a review on whichever platform you listen to it on. Thanks. Me and My Dad is an Open Fridge production produced by Alex Castle, written and featuring Thomas Kett.